Welcome, my motor enthusiasts.
Hello Enzo Watts, have you heard the news about the upcoming Qatar Grand Prix?
Indeed, it seems Liam Lawson is gearing up for a challenging weekend, filling in once more for the injured Daniel Ricciardo.
Blimey, Ricciardo is still out, isn't he? How's his recovery going?
The recovery appears to be going well, but it seems the sprint format in Qatar is too soon for him. He's expected to return to racing action in Austin for the United States Grand Prix.
And how is Lawson handling this sudden career change?
Quite impressively, I must say. He's been deputizing for Ricciardo for the past 4 races and has even managed a top 10 qualifying and his first points finish in Singapore.
Sounds like he's making the most of his opportunity then.
Absolutely, he's focused on showing what he can do, despite the unique nature of the Qatar track, which he describes as very fast and high speed.
And after Qatar, where does Lawson head to?
He's going to focus on the final round of the Super Formula Championship at Suzuka. It'll be interesting to see how he adjusts back after this stint in F1.
Indeed, looks like we've got an exciting episode ahead, discussing Lawson's challenging weekend and Ricciardo's recovery.
Hi there, you're listening to Enzo, your host on the F1 Motor Fever podcast.
And this is your co-host, William, at your service.
We're here, same time every day on the F1 Motor Fever podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, it's a great help to us. Now, let's go full throttle. Moving with the new information, it seems Liam Lawson is preparing for a dauntingly exciting weekend in Lusail. He'll be filling in for Daniel Ricciardo at the Qatar Grand Prix for the 5th race in a row.
Blimey, that's quite a responsibility. How's Lawson feeling about this?
Undoubtedly, it's a big responsibility, but Lawson seems to be facing the challenge head-on. He's been driving the Qatar track in the simulator and finds it quite unique. It's a very high-speed circuit with only one low-speed corner. Lawson believes it's going to be an exciting, albeit tough drive.
Sounds intriguing. Can you give me an example of such unique high-speed circuits?
Absolutely. One such example is the Monza in Italy. It's one of the fastest circuits. It has long straights allowing drivers to reach very high speeds and only a few challenging slow-speed corners, somewhat similar to what Lawson expects in Qatar.
Fascinating. What else is Lawson looking forward to?
After his stint in F1, Lawson is keen to focus on the final round of the Super Formula Championship at Suzuka. He believes his experience driving many laps at Suzuka throughout the Grand Prix weekend will be useful for this transition.
Interesting. Could you elaborate on how such transitions typically work?
Of course. Take the example of Fernando Alonso. He moved from F1 to compete in the Indy 500 and the World Endurance Championship. The experience from F1, understanding race strategy, energy management, tire management, can be beneficial in different series. However, each race series has unique aspects, making it a challenging yet exciting transition for any driver. Well, it appears that Red Bull and AlphaTauri are not in a hurry to bring Daniel Ricciardo back. They're treating his recovery with caution, which is a sensible approach.
Indeed, there's no point in rushing when Lawson is doing so well as a stand-in. At least, that's what it seems like.
You're spot on. Lawson has been performing strongly and it makes sense for AlphaTauri to continue to have him in the car for the next race. It's an opportunity for him to show his capabilities in a sprint format weekend for the first time.
And in the meantime, it gives Ricciardo more time to fully recover.
Absolutely, it's hoped that the additional couple of weeks will be enough for Ricciardo. His return to the racing action is eagerly anticipated at the United States Grand Prix in Austin.
Well, that sounds like a promising plan. It's interesting how one racer's injury can become an opportunity for another to shine.
Absolutely, it's always fascinating to see how the dynamics change in these situations. Let's see how this all unfolds. William Turner, let's take a gander at the banter online, shall we? What's the latest chatter on the Formula One scene?
Right you are, Enzo. Here's a post from Alien Somewhere. They say, quote, Formula One announces single-day ticket sale for Nevada residents, prices start at, unquote. It seems the discussion has sparked quite a bit of reaction.
Oh, I'd imagine so. What are people saying?
Well, Adamski comments, quote, if this is because they are having issues selling tickets, I think a large factor is accommodation costs. During the race weekend, every room was 3 to 5 times the normal price per night, and almost every major hotel had all their strip-facing rooms locked behind 5-figure race packages, unquote.
Blimey, that's steep. Any other notable comments?
Yes, indeed. Here's one from Gradual_Bro. He's got a different take, quote, I've been to a Grand Prix and they aren't worth it. If anything, just go to qualifying. From any seat in any part of the stands, you're only seeing a little part of the race anyways, unquote.
That's an interesting perspective, isn't it? Any reactions to that?
Quite a few, actually. Coenel adds, quote, hot take, qualifying is the best part of a GP weekend, unquote. Meanwhile, Nicky Geek agrees, stating, quote, not really a hot take, it's literally the truth right now with how close the field seems to be and how there's been like 3 good races this year, unquote.
So, it seems there's a consensus that qualifying is more exciting than the race itself. Quite the twist, huh?
It certainly is. But then again, as Daleax1 puts it, quote, people don't go to sporting events to get the best view of the game. They go to get the best experience of the game, unquote. I reckon that sums it up quite well.
It surely does, William. It surely does. Thank you for joining us today on F1 Motor Fever podcast. It's been a pleasure bringing you the latest news, updates and insights into the world of Formula One. Remember, every comment, share, and subscription helps us bring you more content. So, don't be shy to hit that notification bell and to let your friends know about us.
Yes, definitely. Just imagine how much more fun it'll be to chat about the races with your mates, knowing all the behind-the-scenes details we share here. And oh, don't forget to tune in tomorrow. We're on air every day, and you never know what exciting news might be waiting for you.
Spot on, William Turner. Well, that's it for today. We're grateful for your company and can't wait to bring you more Formula One updates in our next episode. Until then, William Turner and Enzo, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold.